Welcome to educational channel of Suresh Bhatt classes, quantitative aptitude video on percent. Please watch all my videos on percent in which I have solved all types of questions with conventional method to clear the concept as well as by shortcut methods. These videos will help you to prepare for various competitive exams and placement interviews. To learn how to calculate percent fast, please watch my video on percent in playlist of fast calculation tricks. Let us start. Video on percent. Percent means out of 100. Thus, x percent means x out of 100 or x upon 100. X percent of y means x upon 100 multiplied by y, or this can be written as xy upon 100. Whenever it is written that x percent of y, it means that x percent is x upon 100 multiplied by y. This way we can calculate x percent of y. For example, what is 30% of 50? Here 30% is x percent. Of 50, 50 is in place of y. So what we have to do? We have to multiply y with x divided by 100. Here 30% is x, so we write 30 upon 100 multiplied by 50, as we have to calculate 30% of 50. Here these two zeros are cancelled with the two zeros of denominator, and this comes out to be 15. Thus 30% of 50 is 15. We solve one more example. What is 75% of 60? Here in place of x we have 75% and in place of y we have 60. So we write it 75 upon 100, which is 75% of 60. So we multiply it by 60. 25 cancels 75 for 3 times and 100 for 4 times. So this is 3 upon 4. 4 cancels 60 for 15 times. So this is 15 times 3, which is 45. Thus 75% of 60 is 45. This way we can understand what the meaning of percent. X percent of y is z. It means that it is x upon 100 multiplied by y equal to z. This we can write as xy upon 100 equal to z. If any two of x, y and z is known to us, we can easily calculate the third one, and we will understand it by few examples. Our first example is 20% of y is 30. Find y. If this is our question, then we know x and z and we have to find y. So we solve like this: 20 upon 100 into y equal to 30. We cancel 0 by 0 from both sides and 2 divides 100 by 50. This way we get y equal to 50 times 3, which is 150. Thus, if we know x and z, we can get y. Now we go to next example. X percent of 150 is 30. Find x. So we can solve like this: x into 150 upon 100 equal to 30. As we know y and z, here y is 150, z is 30, and we have to find x. We cancel 0 from numerator and denominator, and 15 cancels 30 for 2 times. This gives x equal to 10 multiplied by 2, which is 20. So x is 20, or x percent is 20%. We go to third example. 20% of 150 equal to z. Find z. We saw like this: 20 upon 100, which is 20%, of we have to put in place of y, which is 150, equal to z. Now 20 cancels 100 for 5 times and 5 cancels 150 for 30 times. This gives z equal to 30. This way, if any two from x, y and z is known to us, we can calculate the third one. If x and y is given, we can calculate z. If y and z is given, we can calculate x. And if x and z is given, we can calculate y. One important concept for percent, x% of y is same as y% of x. We can just simply prove this. X% is x upon 100 multiplied by y. Similarly, y% of x is y upon 100 multiplied by x, and both give xy upon 100. Thus, both are same. Hence, we can say that x% of y is y% of x. And by using this concept, we can easily solve few questions. 54% of 50. If we solve 54% of 50, then we will first solve for 50% and then for 4% and then we will add it. Instead of solving this, if we solve 50% of 54, as we know 50% is half. As such, 50% of 54 will be 27. This way it will become easy to solve 50% rather than 54%. We go to next example, 84% of 25. If we calculate 84% of 25, then we will calculate first 80% by making 80% as 4 upon 5, then 4% as 1 upon 25, and then we will add it. It's going to take more time than if we take 25% of 84. As we know, 25% is 1/4 of the given number. As such, this is going to be 1/4 of 84, and 1/4 of 84 is 21. This way it becomes easy to solve 25% of 84 rather than solving 84% of 25. We go to another example, 85% of 40. If we make it 40% of 85, then it becomes quite simple and easy. If we calculate 85% of 40, then we will calculate 80%, then we will calculate 5%, and then we will add it. So it's going to take time. But if we calculate 40% of 85, then it becomes very easy, as 40% is 2 upon 5, and 2 upon 5 of 85 we can calculate very fast. We divide 85 by 5, that is 17, and 2 times of 17 is 34. This way we can calculate fast using this concept of x% of y is same as y% of x. Now we learn the decimal representation of percent. 48% is equal to 48 upon 100. This is also equal to 0.48. Thus, by shifting the decimal towards left from right by 2 places, we can convert percentage into decimal. 35% is equal to 0.35. We have shifted the decimal from right to left by 2 digits. 85% is equal to 0.85. For converting decimal into percent, we have to shift the decimal towards right by 2 digits and divide it by 100. Like 0.41 can be written as 41 upon 100. This is equal to 41%. 0.125 is equal to, if we shift the decimal by 2 digits towards right, we get it as 12.5 and we can write it as 12.5%. This was basic introduction to percent. Here completes this video. Please watch all my videos on percent so as to learn all types of numericals and word problems on percent. Please like, share and subscribe to this channel, and don't forget to press bell icon to get the latest notifications.